So let's say your underage daughter is gang raped. What help would you provide her? Now, before you go playing like, oh, well, we're not talking about rape. Yes, we are. We're talking about all heinous crimes. We've heard from many, many women on my channel, not just men, about how police, when they had to go in alone, how police treated them horribly. How the way the police treated them was worse than being raped. That's right, it's even unsafe for a woman to go into the police alone. If your underage daughter was gang raped, let's say she was gang raped by 5 popular boys at school. Now, of course, if she lives with you, that makes it a lot easier to communicate. It makes it a lot easier for you to sit there and make the calls with her. It makes it a lot easier for you to actually coordinate things with her. Well, Teresa Macelia, when she was raped, she was charged as a criminal. And she's not the only one. There was 2 women who were raped around the same time in Boulder, Colorado. One of them was Teresa Macelia, and the other one was Miss Christie. Teresa Macelia fought off her attacker. And because she had fought off her attacker, what happened? They charged her with assault. Didn't do anything to her attacker. The other one, Miss Christie, what happened with her? She was going to school at CU to become a doctor, pediatrician. When she was raped, she tried to turn it in, but she didn't fight off her attacker. When she tried to turn it in, she was arrested for making a false report because she didn't try hard enough to stop it. So I'm not pretending, even in the least bit, that women are not capable of going through this. Teresa Macelia said that having to go to the police was worse than being raped. As a man who's been raped, I can attest to the truth of that. Just so you know, it's even worse as a man. And there are a lot of heinous crimes that are not rape. Child molestation isn't rape. Child neglect isn't rape. Elder abuse isn't rape. Abuse against a disabled person isn't rape. But these are all heinous crimes. Abusing your power as an officer of the law is a heinous crime, especially when it results in the death of innocent people, results in abuse against at-risk adults, disabled adults, elderly adults, or children. The help that the elderly need when they're abused is the same help that you would provide to your daughter if she was gang raped. The help that disabled and at-risk adults need is the same help that you would provide to your daughter if she was gang raped. What would you do? Would you tell her, oh, well, I'll find time sometime next week. I'll try to find time maybe sometime next week. The next week, oh, I'll try to find time maybe next week. No, you wouldn't do that. You'd want to hear the details. And if they're asking you to be quiet because they're overwhelmed, you'd be quiet because they're overwhelmed, wouldn't you? Don't tell us to calm down when we're in a state of panic because we just been fucking harmed. And we still have to look over our shoulder for our fucking predator because your idea about it is to tell us to let it go or to move elsewhere, to move away from our friends and family, from our social network, from those who But as women, you don't have to deal with the being bullied into moving away from all of your friends and family and having to try to do it from such a long distance. Many of y'all get taken in by strangers, especially women who feel sorry for you. But you can't take in a man, it's too dangerous. He's got a dick. Meanwhile, a lot of y'all victimize all of us because you let a druggie in your house because she was a female and you can trust females. No, you can't trust a druggie. You can't. I needed a friend or family to actually give a shit. And every single one of my friends and family showed that they never did. By the time I started making friends here that would actually call the police, it's already too late to call the police. Because the police here have already committed too many felonies against me because I didn't have a friend or family member. Anyway, when a man is abused, you just want to pretend like he should go to the back of the bus because statistics of arrest records, not statistics of actual events. See, the studies that have been done show that women are 11 times more likely to be stalkers, and men are anywhere between 6 and 26 times more likely to be convicted. Well, let's fucking start crying again, I'm sorry. Women are 30 times more likely to initiate violence in a relationship. How much more likely are men to be the ones locked up for it? While you pretend that girls are the only victims that could ever exist, and every girl is a victim and every man is a predator, the fact is, you look at the crimes committed against men, all right? First of all, we come to find out that women are far more sexually abusive than we pretended in the 80s and the 90s. Now that we have Facebook, and of course, a lot of the information from that, now that we have people doing studies on this and actually looking and reviewing the actual events, it's turning out up to 60% of men in prisons are probably innocent. You know how sad that is to know that there's a potential that 60% of the men who are incarcerated didn't even do it? In many of those cases, they literally, nobody committed a crime. There was just an accusation. When a man has evidence against you, you just pretend he's a predator. Anyway, they used to say that false accusations are rare, so you should always believe the victim. What do we come to find out recently? Between 85 and 95% of all accusations of heinous crimes made by women are false. That these women literally brag about the fact that they lied to other people, or that other people will entice them to do these illegal and immoral things because it increases their chances of winning in court. You also get to see all the tricks of the trade that mandated reporters and police officers do to blow off homeless male victims, including using the mentally ill tag and police officers slandering their victims' names to hospitals and to the courts. We have no protection from this. And you expect us to continue breaking our backs because you're a poor innocent victim. No, the fuck you're not. No woman in this country can actually honestly claim that she's the victim anymore. Because all women in the United States will blow off a man who's being victimized, go out of her way to talk over him or to dismiss him. All women in the United States are taught to do this. Are there exceptions to the rule? Yeah. If your good-looking rich husband rapes somebody, you'll fight tooth and nail. You don't want to lose your house or your income. If you can find a way to keep all of that and get rid of him, you will. Or if your brat of a son decides that he's going to go rape somebody, yeah, you're on his side because he's your son. That's if you're a mother who cares. Of course, there's many of us with mothers who are man-haters, myself included. I don't understand, with all of the hatred that my mother holds towards men, first of all, why she keeps getting married, and second of all, why she's such a cheating ass hoe. Just saying. I need someone to understand that I need someone to listen to me. Someone to actually listen to the abuse that I'm enduring and why it's happening, and not make it a fucking argument like all of you do when it is a man who is abused. Especially if he is homeless, especially if he is disabled. Dog bless America, right?